Hello, military friends and family, and this is From the Front Lines. We're going to talk about Veterans Day, and how we're going to talk about it. Well, we're going to get down, and just speak about some things that really, impact a lot of veterans. So this Veterans Day, we want to recognize that for many, the uniform came off, but the weight never did. Some are carrying invisible wounds. Others are just fighting through discouragement, disappointment, or, just feeling forgotten. The truth is, not everyone feels like celebrating on Veterans Day, and that's okay. Mental health struggles are, they're not weaknesses. They're human reactions to carrying too much for too long. Some face moral injury, following orders, doing what had to be done, and then living with what what that cost them inside. Others battle the quiet pain of isolation or the sense that no one truly understands what they've been through. If you've ever thought, if you ever had that thought, I'm hurting, but no one notices, or I'm trying, but nothing's changing, that feeling is real, but it's not permanent. You don't have to face it alone. There's misconception that strength means silence, that asking for help somehow erases, what you've survived. But asking for help is one of those courageous, valuable acts to just, as a veteran or anyone, you don't have to be a veteran, but this is something that we always have to remember. It's not about surrendering. It's not about choosing to stay in the fight. That's time for yourself. And sometimes the hardest part isn't, finding help. It's trusting that help actually exists. Too many have reached out, and just didn't get that response that they needed. That's why, peer support exists. Veterans, families, and caregivers who've walked the same road and understand the language of service. And so much of what is going on, impacts everybody in the family, whether it's the veteran who gets the support, but the family is not getting that same support, or it's the family getting that support and they're not sure how to help that individual that's just in pain. And programs like the Joseph P. Dwyer Peer Support Project, the program is amazing. There's also the VFWs, the Legions, the veteran service agencies that help get the benefits connected to the individuals. Or what about the Office of Mental Health? There's so many organizations and agencies that provide services and resources. The Joseph P. Dwyer Veteran Peer Project, it's not, it doesn't include paperwork. It doesn't include judgment. It doesn't include all those things that will have someone feel silent or feel like they are silenced. So one of the things that we always want to encourage is, if you are discouraged or disappointed, just remember this: a delayed response doesn't mean you aren't heard. Healing doesn't always happen on our time, but you are seen, and your story still matters. To the veterans who feel abandoned, you are still part of something larger. To those who carry guilt or shame, you've done enough. To those still searching for purpose, connection will always be there, and connection will help you find it again. This Veterans Day, honor yourself the same way you've honored others, with patience, honesty, and compassion. Take that time to check on a fellow veteran. Ask the real question: how are you feeling? How are you? Really, how are you doing? And if you're struggling, reach out. Here at the coalition, we actually are building that network to connect with these different communities. And it's about connecting, reaching each other, and knowing that you have a purpose. And what is your purpose? Understanding that you matter today and tomorrow. And in your travel, in your journey of that healing, it's about feeling, vulnerable and feeling like you can reach out for help. So on this Veterans Day, which is tomorrow, and whenever you listen to this video, we just say, you are recognized, you're seen, you're heard, you're all that stuff to know that, you should not take your life. You should feel like there's support out there. So if you're a guardsman, a reservist, if you've worn the uniform and you raised your hand Even if you come out as a bad conduct discharge or dishonorable discharge, there's so many reasons why so many individuals have left the military. But we say thank you for putting on that uniform. Thank you for what you've done. And thank you for just being present. And there's help out there if you do need help. And there's people out there that's willing to support you. VFW's Legions, there's so many resources and organizations that's there to walk with you. So connect, share these different resources, and connect with those individuals that are willing to walk with you, stand with you, and stay by your side. Take care, and happy Veterans Day.